Good day everyone, this is Shegun from P3D, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be playing around with some fluid simulations. Yay! So we're still going to be using the same soap we've been using in the previous two tutorials, so in case you haven't watched it, the link is in the description. Without wasting much of your time, let's get into it. Alright, so what I will do is I'm just going to press A to delete everything in my scene. Then I'm going to press Ctrl V to paste the soap again in our scene like this. And I'm just going to press GZ to bring it down a bit like that, which is okay. Then what I'll do next is I'm just going to press Shift A, and then we're going to add in a torus. Then for the size, you can increase the major radius to make sure that it's bigger than that of the soap, as well as the minor radius. You can just increase it a bit. So I'm holding down Shift here like this, yeah, which is cool. Then I'm going to press Z, and I'm just going to move it up like that. We're going to be using some fluid simulations. I'm just going to press Shift A, then I'm going to type in a cube. We're going to be using a cube. Now the cube is going to serve as our domain for the fluid simulation. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press GZ to move it up, then scale it till it covers the whole of other objects. So if I press Shift Z to go into my wireframe mode, what we're still selecting the cube, just come to your physics tab here and then select fluid. For the type, make sure it's domain, and then change the domain type from gas to liquid, and yeah, we'll stop there for now. And then select the torus. Let's go back to our solid view. Let me hide the domain for now. What I want you to do is just come to your modifiers panel here, and then just type in your displace modifier, then click on the new come here, right here, click and change the type from image or movie to clouds. Then for the size, just select 0.65 on frame 1, and then just keyframe it like this. Then come to frame 30, and then I want you to change the size from 0.65 to 2, and then just keyframe this again. You can select and then just right click, shade smooth, so that we have smooth shading there. So if we play this now, you can see it's just looping like that. So to make this a cycle, so what I want you to do is just select all of your keyframe by pressing A in your timeline, and then just press Shift E, then make cyclic, so that after this is completed, and that cycle start again and start again like that. The reason is, by the time I apply the fluid simulation, it's just going to be giving this burst, this sudden burst of the water, making it look as if the water is being splashed. Awesome. So you can just press Alt H to bring back your cube now, which is your domain, and then just press Shift Z. So what I want you to do now is select the torus, and then come to your physics tab again, then just select your fluid, and then for the type this time around, select flow, not domain, flow. And then for the flow type, make it liquid, change it to inflow, and also you can turn on initial velocity. For the normal, we'll be adding our value in a sec. So if I just play this now, you can see that we have some fluids coming out, which is what we want, but we don't want it pouring down. We want it to be splashing around our model. You select your domain, and then come to your physics tab here. We are going to be making some adjustments. The first adjustment, turn on mesh, so that the domain itself will be rendered as a mesh. And also for the resolution, we are still going to work with the resolution. So if I go to my solid view now, select your domain, and then just come to your field weight here, and then turn down gravity. Let me go back to my wireframe mode. If we play this time around, you can see that it's no longer going down, but it's just splashing around, which is awesome because it is what we want. Meanwhile, you can see at the same time that it just seems to be going around the corners here. That's because for the domain right here, under collisions, because we have everything turned on, so it's going to be colliding with the walls and everything. So you can just turn everything off. So if you play again, yeah, this is what we have, which is awesome. So if I go to my object mode, it still seems to be a problem, and the problem we have is the animation is not looking smooth enough. But what I'll do is just press A to select everything, and then right click, shade smooth, so that we have smooth shading. But you can see it's a little bit jaggy and not so perfect. Now because this is just testing and experimental phase, you can play around with the values, and then for the final output you can increase your resolution. So what I'll do is, for this one I'm going to change this from 32 to 40, and this is going to take more time, so you have to start again and replay this. So if you play now, yeah, you can see it's a little bit better than that of the 32, and it's looking much better. So for the final output, it's going to be greater than that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the torus, because it's the one we use for the flow. Turn on initial velocity, and then for the normal, just give it a value of 0.0025. It's just going to increase the velocity a bit. So if we play now, yeah, it's even much faster, which is alright. After playing the whole of the simulation from frame 1 to 250, my timeline, what I discovered was that around frame 120, the whole fluid covers the whole of the soap, which is what I want. And then I discovered that a suitable starting point to start the fluid simulation would be from frame 25. So I'm going to come here for my start, I'm going to make it frame 25, and then for my end I'm going to make it frame 120, which is what we want. Then for your fluid simulation as well, we want it to start on frame 25, and then we want it to end on frame 120, which is nice. Okay, so it's pretty much good like this, but what I want us to do next is let's just add a bit of disorderliness. So let's add in a bit of turbulence. I'm just going to press shift A, and then I'm going to type in turbulence, and you can press shift Z again. This time around you can see that the domain has come back. That's because of the turbulence we added. So you can just press GZ and bring it down. Now if you replay your animation, now your fluid simulation, you're just going to give it some more disorderliness, and it's going to make it even much more cooler. So you can just play around to wherever you want to put it. I'm just going to press GZ, and I think I can put it in the middle here. If I go back now, that's pretty much it as far as the simulation is concerned. Okay, so now to bake this fluid simulation, we're just going to be adding in some last minute finishes. So for the resolution, you can make the resolution from 32 to 64. For the mesh, you can make the upscale revolution factor to 4, and then for the smooth and negative, you can make them 3. Yeah, and finally, now this is set to replay. It enables you to be able to play the simulation in your timeline, but if you were to render this out now, there's no way you'll be able to save it. So to be able to do that, just change this from replay to all. So when you do that, you can see this bake all settings, which means that you'll be able to bake this, and you'll be able to save it in case of next time. Now a quick one though, if you click this folder, you can just click accept to make your simulation to be saved in your folder, but I really don't do that because of saving my memory, because it will take a lot of memory. But once you just click bake, you can just render this out. So what I want you to do now is with everything all set now, all you just need to do is just click bake or wait for it to bake. It's going to take time, so we're just going to wait. Alright, so the baking is done on my computer now. It took approximately 12 minutes. Yours might be slower or faster depending on your CPU or GPU capabilities. One thing I discovered was, and I think I made a mistake while explaining, is that even if you start on frame 25, it's not quite good enough because it's still quite static. So a good place to start based on this simulation for me would be on frame 35. And since the bake is done, we don't need to replay that. We just need to make it frame 35. So if I play this now, yeah. So if I play again, yeah, which is what I want, which is cool. Alright, so if you haven't saved, this will be a good time to save. So I'm just going to press Ctrl S to save my progress up to this point. Now what I want to do next is we don't need the torus any longer, so you can just select the torus and delete it because we already have the simulation baked. So if you play it again, it's not going to affect it. Alright, now so what we want to do next is let's move on to start adding in materials. So I'm just going to come to my front view here, and you can just press G to grab it like this. Then I'm going to press shift A, and I'm going to type in a camera, and I'm going to type Control Alt number 0 to just bring it to this view, and then you can just press G to bring it like this. which is cool. Then for the focal length, I'm just going to use something like 80. Then it's way too close, so just press GZZ and then just, I don't know, is it dolly or pan? I think it's dolly. Just drag out like that. So what I'll do next now is I'm just going to add in a plane to serve as our background. So shift A, mesh plane, and looking to our camera, I'm just going to press GZ and ensure that that is covering. And then for the scale, you can just scale it till it covers the whole of your scene. Let me look at that. Yeah, that's okay. Then you can tab into edit mode. So let's create like an infinite background now. Press 2 to go to edge mode, and then just press EZ to extrude this up. And then I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel, and then just use your scroll wheel to increase the number of segments, something like 8. Cool. Then I'm going to right click, shade smooth, which is what we want. All right, nice. So what I'll do now is let's just go to our shading tab right here so that we can start adding in light. Okay, so looking through now, this is what we have. Then what I'll do now is I'm just going to come to my viewport shading here. Then it's set to EV. Then I'm going to change this to cycles. We don't have any light in our scene, so what I'll do is I'm just come to the word again. You know what we're about to do if you've been following along in the previous tutorials. I'm just going to press shift A, and then I'm going to input in an environment texture, and then connect this and then collect the color of this into the color of the background. And then we're going to be using an HDRI from HDRI Avon. I'm going to be using the abandoned sleepway. You can get it on HDRI Avon. The link is in description. So I'm just going to click open image. For the strength, you can just make it something like 0.3 because we'll be using lights. We'll be adding lights to our scene as well. Okay, yeah, this is nice. Then I'm going to select the plane, which is the background, then change this from word back to object. What I want to do is I'm going to give this a new material. Then your material settings here, just change the surface to change it to glass. So I'm going to use a glass shader instead. So let me press home to bring that. Then what I'll do is I'm just going to make the roughness, you can just make it like 0 or you can make it 0.1. Then I'm going to make the color blue, something like that will do. Let's play around, which is nice. Then let's go to object mode now so we can add in some lights. So the first thing is I'm just going to press shift A, and then we're going to add in a point light. So I'm going to press GY and then just move this to the back. I'm going to increase the radius a bit. Let's look at that through our camera. I'm going to increase the radius of that. Let's say it's like a power of 50 watts. Yeah, that's not bad. And also what I'll do is if I select the camera here, I'm just going to make the viewport display, the pass partout value, you want to make it 1 so that it saves you time. So yeah, that's what we have. So if I go back to my object mode now, what I'll do is let's add in some area light. So I'm going to press shift A, and then I'm going to add in an area light here, and I'm just going to press GZ to move it up, and then you can just increase the radius like that. Then I'm going to press GY to move it to the back, RX or RY rather. No, let's redo that. So GZ to move it up, increase the radius, and then we'll press GY to just move it to the back, and then RX to just rotate to the back like that. So for the power, you can just make this something like 100 watts. Yeah, let's check that out. Yeah, it's looking good. Alright, so again, let's go back to our object mode and then just add in some more lights. So I'm going to press shift A again, and I'm going to add in another area light. Then I'm going to press G, maybe just bring it somewhere around here this time around. Just bring it somewhere around here, and I'm just going to press RR to make sure it's pointing towards the soap. Increase the radius. You can make this maybe rectangle this time around. Power again, you can make it like 200 watts. Just play around, around with the power till you get something you want. So we'll be adding more lights. Shift A again, adding an aerial light, bring it somewhere around here. Then I'm just going to press GY, RX, RR to travel that, and I'm just going to increase the power. So let me bring it here. Let's set it to, let's say 150. Just playing with different powers. Yeah, it's cool. It's what I want. So let me just move this a bit away from the scene, something like this. It's not bad. Now let's work with the water because this is not looking like water at all. So I'm just going to click a new material for the water, and what I'll do is, again, we're going to change the surface from principled to glass. We're going to be using a glass shader, and then for this one, what I want you to do is just reduce the roughness to 0, and then for the this IOR, is it IOR or IQR? I'm just going to change the value to 1.33. Yeah, it's IOR. So I'm going to change the value of the IOR to 1.33. So we have this now, which is cool. And then I feel like the camera is too close. So again, just press GZZ and just move out like that. For the plane, the background here, it's not supposed to be a glass shader but a translucent shader, not a glass. So let me change this back to translucent, and if you look through it now, yeah, you can see the difference. So I prefer a translucent shader. Alright, so for the plane again, let's just make a slight adjustment. So what I want you to do is you can come to your side view, just rotate this on the x-axis, just bring it up like something like this will do. Just give it like that gradient feel, so to say. So you have something like this. So if we come to our layout now, so I'm just going to press Shift A again, and I'm going to add in another light. So I'm just going to press G this time again, and then what I want to do is just bring it here, RX, did that on the x-axis like that. Just make it point up, yeah, something like this, and then increase the size. So if we look through now, to render this out now, again, just come to your output settings here, and then wherever you want it to be stored in your folder, just click it, and then if you want to create a new folder, you can do that. Name it maybe like fluid, and then you can just click accept, and that will be all for the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like what I'm doing and you like to support me, I just released some brand new wallpaper pack on Gumroad. The link is in the description. Feel free to check it out. I wish you happy holidays and a happy new year. Bye.